Hey, what is going on, my fellow Sagittarius? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Today we're going to be using the Pulp Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Sagittarius? What message do we have for Sagittarius? All right, Sagittarius. So the first thing I'm seeing is I feel like this energy around you is someone you already know, someone I feel like you're already in a relationship with, or some sort of entanglement. With this person, I feel like there's this feeling of defeat. You know, kind of feeling like, that anxiety, that stress. It's almost like you keep giving to this connection, even though you haven't been getting it back. Not feeling like you're getting it back. And I feel like with this person, like I said, is that feeling of defeat with that ten of swords. Feeling like you kind of got to the point where enough is enough. You keep giving to this person, but as we proceed, I feel like there's this hot and cold energy with this person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're in a relationship and everything's good and all of a sudden you get to a point where it just feels stagnant. It just feels like it hit the pinnacle. Or it hit like this area where we're just not moving forward anymore. For example, you could be with someone, dating them, everything's going good. Then it gets to the point where you're still dating after 6 months, a year, and it's not really moving forward. It's still kind of the same. I feel like that's where we're kind of at with this. And on top of that, I feel like there's also some hot and cold, like you really don't know how to read this person anymore. And there's this overwhelming feeling that this is feeling like more like a friendship. Because I feel like you have great communication with this person when it comes to most things. I feel like there's a very openness to this. You trust this person to the point where you know who they are. There is that establishment of trust. You're ready for the next level with this person, and it just doesn't feel like it's going there, is basically what I'm trying to say. It feels like you're almost going back in time. Going back to just being friends. It has this platonic type relationship to it. And I feel like this person seems very closed off to you, and purposely so. It's a self-imposed prison with the 8 of Swords. Like, this is the time when this should be moving forward, and instead we're just kind of in the same place we've been. After enough dates or enough dating, there comes a point where it's either, like I said, you either show up or piss off. You know what I mean? Like, you can only date somebody for so long before the question becomes, where is this going? Is it going anywhere? And like I said, with this, it feels like almost like we're resorting back to a friendship. Like we're going back in time rather than forward. But I feel like you truly care about this person. You know, I feel like there's this deep connection that you have with them. So it's almost like your bags are packed, but they're in the closet by the front door. Do you know what I mean? Like you've almost had enough of it. You know, it kind of reminds me of that song. I'm not sure if it's Beyonce or Destiny's Child. I know she's in both, but or like Beyonce is in Destiny's Child, but put a ring on it. You know what I mean? Like if you like it, put a ring on it. If you don't, then what are we doing here? But you feel connected to this person, and it's a deep connection. And like I said, I mean, I feel like you don't want to walk away, but you also don't want to be putting more effort into this if it's just going to nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like you're thirsty and they're just pouring out water. You know, they're wasting it. I mean, this is someone I feel like you saw a future with. You thought it was going somewhere, but what are they up to? And I know we're doing a whole lot of time on that, but let's look into what they're thinking. You know, what I see with them. I feel like they're picking up on that energy. You know, that energy where you're not really putting in anymore. So I feel like it's almost like a feeling of they feel like they're losing you. So what's interesting, and shockingly enough, with this person, you kind of being nonchalant and kind of stop putting in the effort is going to cause this person to chase you. You know, and with that Queen of Wands, I mean, I feel like this person chasing you, I mean, they don't want to lose you. You know, their love for you comes as a shock because as soon as you stop putting in the effort, as soon as you just stop, you know, you're just there now. You're just there. You know, and they're used to you putting in the effort. They're used to you showing up for them. And when you just become your, you know, like I said, almost like a roommate vibe or a best, you know, a good friend vibe. I wouldn't say best friend, but a good friend vibe. And this person feels like they're losing you, and that's causing this person to finally nurture this connection. I mean, I know it sounds funny, but you doing the same thing as they've been doing, you know, kind of feeling like you're giving up, feeling like you're kind of in and out, has caused this person to finally show up. And I see this person showing up. That's exactly what I see. Like I said, with that Queen of Wands, this person chasing you, the nurture, you know, the nurturing energy with the Star card, that Aquarius energy. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, this person finally putting in the work. And like I said, I mean, you have a strong bond with this person. And I feel like this person truly does love you. I mean, we have, you know, this is a lifelong bond with that Two of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Wands that I feel like they needed that kick in the ass. Let's just be honest. I feel like this is the kick in the ass they needed. You know, I feel like they got a little too comfortable in that mediocre stage, that stagnant area. But that's come to an end. I mean, it's time to... I'm thinking of something my nan used to say, but anyway, I'm going to say it, and pardon the language, but shit or get off the pot. You know, it's basically show up or let me go. That's the type of energy that they're getting from you, and what they're doing with that is showing up. Like I said, I see this person putting the work. I see this person showing up. You know, and I feel like you're going to get some honesty out of this person. And I feel like the honesty is going to move you forward in this relationship. Ten of Cups, that family card, the Queen of Swords, that, you know, very direct and honest energy. You know, this person has been in and out. But once they feel like you have that same energy about you, that's when they show up. Kind of getting a taste of their own medicine. And they don't like it. And like I said, you see this person showing up for you. I see this forward movement. I see them filling up your cups. And trust me when I say this, what I see here is this is fairly quickly, a fairly quick moving energy. I mean, I feel like once they start feeling like you're slipping away, that maybe you're walking away from them, it's a very impulsive decision. This person doesn't want to lose you. Basically, like you chased them long enough. You put in the work, you put in the effort, you made it work so far. But then you got sick of it. You got to the point where you're like, what am I putting in the work for? If they're not going to do anything, what are they doing? What they're doing, like I said, they're going to be in the same boat as you. I feel like they feel the energy shifting in you. And it caused them to finally show up. It's a kick in the ass. You lit the fire. And because of it, I feel like you're finally going to get that forward movement that you always thought you would get from this person. It wasn't easy, but we're getting there. And like I said, it comes on very impulsive. Like as soon as they get that energy that you're just kind of, just playing a part and you're just barely holding on. I mean, I see this person finally showing up. And I feel like the love that they have for you will shock you. Because I feel like you almost thought that this was the end. But I don't see the end here. I see the beginning of something new. And what I mean is a new level of this relationship. I feel like the level that you wanted to, this is finally advancing into that next stage, that more of a committed stage. And trust me, if a Sagittarius wants to be committed to you, you best figure out what you want. But like I said, I feel like this is an emotional wake-up call for this person. I do see this person coming around and finally opening up and getting that commitment that you wanted from them. All it took was the thought of losing you. Funny how that works, right? And with that, like I said, the Hierophant, that strong union, I feel like this is maturing this person emotionally. I feel like they never thought they would lose you. They never thought that would happen. And when they felt like they would, it scared the shit out of them. And like I said, I mean, we have that Hierophant, that strong union, but we also have that strong foundation with the Four of Wands. I mean, like I said, you might have thought this was the end, but it's only the beginning. You can only date. You can only if a real relationship isn't progressing, then we need to figure out the problem. If you've been with someone a year, 2 years, and we're still at that early stage, it's almost like when you go to a job and they put you on probation, that probationary period when you first get a job. It's like if you get to the point where, okay, we're putting you on a 6-month probationary period. And after that, you're a full hire. So you get to 6 months and they're like, well, you know what? We're going to put it off another 6 months. You know what? We're going to put it off another year. You know what? We're going to put you on a 6-year probationary period. That's not going to work for you. Just like this hasn't been working. With this person, we have Sagittarius, we have Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have some Cancer as well. And some Taurus. Possibly some Capricorn and Virgo too. I'm getting that vibe. And it's not a matter of I feel like this person stopped caring about you. I just feel like it's almost like it's going to sound terrible. some people, when they work hard to get with someone, they work hard to impress someone, they work hard to be with someone, once they get to the level where they think that they're with the person, sometimes we slack off, and it's a sad state of affairs, because we want to be wanted all the time, or at least most of the time. But like I said, it's very much so like that job. The job probationary period. It's you still feel like a new hire all the time. Even with this company for 5 years, you still feel like you just started yesterday, like you have no seniority. And it really reminds me of a friend of mine. She's been dating this guy for 6 years, and she's been bugging him for the last 3 to get, are we getting married? Like, what are we doing? We've been together 6 years. We've lived together for 4. Where are we going from here? Like, where is this commitment going? Are we committed to each other? Are we just really comfortable? Are we roommates? She had the same issue. And when I was talking to her, she was telling me all these things. She said, it's feeling like I'm his damn roommate. Like, we both go to work, we both come home. There's no intimacy, or not near as much as there was. She's like, I feel like a built-in, like a live-in booty call, And other than that, it's just like we're best friends and roommates. And trust me, when I say this, for all the men out there, and this is mostly for the men, but it also applies to women. We all want to be wanted. That's no mystery. And if you're not making your partner feel wanted, and it goes on and it goes on, don't be surprised when they find someone that makes them feel wanted. And all you had to do is want them back. All you had to do is be vocal with them. Don't take love for granted. Don't take your partner for granted. Excuse me. Like, do you think that when you meet someone and you're impressing them, you're taking them out, you're cuddling with them out, that's part of the intimacy? There's the foreplay when it comes to your, sex life. And then all of a sudden, when you feel complacent, when you feel like you got them, then all of a sudden, all that shit goes out the door. Don't wait till your partner starts bitching about you not taking them out to take them out. Don't wait till your partner starts bitching about not feeling wanted. Because if you get to that point, for some cases, it's already too damn late. If you want someone and you want them for life, you need to make them feel wanted for life. And I'm not saying every day, you have to blow their socks off. You don't. That's unrealistic. But a few times a week wouldn't hurt. Even just going up and just telling them how good they look today, and give them a little walk up behind them and wrap your arms around them and give them a little tug. You know what I mean? Or just do something nice for them. I believe, honestly, what it is sometimes we forget what it's like to not have that person. And that costs a lot of people a lot of good relationships. You don't remember what it was like when you were alone and didn't have anybody. You don't remember what it was like the first day. And honestly, I kind of have a hard time relating. With my relationship, I see it the same way as I saw it the first day. But I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I really, wowed her when we first got together. I took her out all the time, um, that's why I always try to tell people don't go overboard trying to impress someone, because they're gonna expect you to live up to that. Those guys they say they like to cuddle, and oh, I love the cuddle when they damn well don't. Stop overselling yourself. Sell yourself for what your value and what you can do, and then no one else can take that away from you, and you can be consistent in that. But like I said, I did it a little bit when I first got with her. I tried to impress her, took her out, buying gifts and all those things, and then once we moved in together, it slipped off a little bit. But I got my act back together. I got my ass back in check, and like I said, it's just remember what you have, and remember what it feels like when you didn't have that person. If you want to go back there, maybe you should tell them. If you don't, you definitely should tell them. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.